Let's see what we're test driving today. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate for the PS Vita. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate was released on the PlayStation Vita in October of 2013. It is a sequel to Batman Arkham Origins, which was released on the same day for the home consoles. It was developed by Armature Studios, whose only previous work was helping to develop the Vita port of Metal Gear Solid HD Collections. So how does this game hold up as part of the Arkham series? Well, let's check it out. Using comic book style panels with voiceovers, and sometimes in-game graphics, the narrative of the game unfolds. Blackgate's story is set 3 months after the events in Arkham Origins. The tutorial has Batman chase and capture Catwoman. She is sent to Blackgate prison. Weeks later, there's an explosion at the prison, and some of Batman's villains take it over. Batman heads over to investigate. The combat system in its basic form feels like a 2D brawler. Enemies come at you from the left or right. The square button is used to punch, and when an enemy is near and a line appears over their head to signify an impending attack, you can hit the triangle button to counterattack. Later, the option to use the cape to disorient your enemies is unlocked, as well as some other weapons. When the last enemy around you is knocked out, you get a slow motion animation to let you know that the area is clear and you can move on. Though not necessarily a bad thing, throughout the tutorial, I ran into some areas with a high learning curve. There was an area used to teach you how to disable guards using stealth. The section appeared with little build-up, requiring you to take down 3 guards instead of starting with just 1. I felt a little unprepared when first attempting to successfully take down the guards. Let's just say that it took a few tries for me to get it right.
I'm on him! Box him in! Show yourself! Who's got eyes on him? Anyone? Target in sight. Move in and engage!
While controlling Batman, I quickly noticed that there is no jumping, though you can still run off of ledges and glide down to lower levels. Instead of jumping, you use a grapnel gun to reach ledges and objects that have been designated to help you traverse the terrain. The game box describes the environment as 2.5D. You really only control Batman along a 2D plane, moving left, right, up, or down. Sometimes, however, you travel towards or away from the camera to give depth to the scene. Another technique used to add the 3D feeling is to have the path you are following to curve in relation to the camera. The end result is an environment that seems more open and less restrictive than what really is.
Crazy as he obviously is.
And what would Batman be without his gadgets? Blackgate makes sure there are a few in your utility belt to help. Batman has a grapple gun to help move around and a crypto sequencer to hack locks, which really just initiates a minigame to help find the correct number combination. Throughout the game, you will unlock other gadgets to help progress: the Batarang, Gel Launcher, Bat Claw, and a Line Launcher. The Batarang can be used to interact with objects off in the distance or hit enemies to disorient them. The Gel Launcher allows you to launch up to 3 gel packets that can be detonated to blow holes in destroyable walls or blow up enemies. Though not a gadget, you also have the Detective mode that can be turned on to find or analyze objects, see destroyable walls, or enemies that aren't in your direct sight, like if they were behind a destroyable wall. Overall, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate is a solid entry into the Arkham series. With an intriguing story and a design that's unique to the Arkham series, Blackgate deserves at least a playthrough. But what do I know? I'm just a driver. Test drive it yourself.